custom. It's a picture that I took of the entrance to Tivoli in Copenhagen at Halloween a few years ago, and I decided to edit it and create a custom diamond painting out of it. So it is 60 centimetres wide, 80 centimetres deep or tall, and it has 90 colours. So diamond painting, for anybody that might drop in and doesn't know what it is a bit like cross stitch. Hi Carly. But instead of using thread, we use these little pieces of plastic, and they can either be square or circles, and this one is square. So the whole picture is made up of 2.5mm by 2.5mm squares, a bit like a mosaic. So the larger the picture is, the better the detail is. This one is a reasonable size. Hi Lisa, good morning. So I'm testing out HAPS again. Yeah, it's fun. Fun and games, kitting up 90 colours. Kitting down is a bit faster. So I'm testing out HAPS again. I had to actually create a new Twitch account. I don't know if I'm trying to get it to work on Facebook as well, but it didn't work yesterday, but that's mainly down to me not taking time to really read through how to use this thing. So I'm just going to see if it is working on Facebook. I am doubtful, to be honest. Oh, there you go. I am live on Facebook. So I'm live in the Diamond Painting Gym Facebook group. I am live on YouTube. I am live on HAPS, and I am live on Twitch. All at the same time. So what is everybody up to on their Sunday, their day of rest? Are you resting? Okay, I think I've finished that colour. Yeah, I just checked as well, Lisa. I can't even remember what I did to fix it. I messed about yesterday after Chantel checked it and said it wasn't working. So I finally got something set right. It isn't actually. That was the thing that I was worried about, because people have been talking about doing these multi-stream apps. There are more than one. And I thought, how do you keep track of everybody? Like if somebody comments from Facebook and somebody comments from YouTube, it actually comes up in the chat on the laptop, and just now the comments that are coming in are coming from YouTube, and I know that because it's got a little YouTube symbol, little red rectangle with the play symbol in the middle. So if someone comments from Facebook, it'll be, I would imagine it'll be the Facebook F. Twitch would be the Twitch T, I take it. So you can actually tell where people are, because I thought, because I hadn't looked up this stuff really, I tend to stick to one platform and just use that. You haven't been to bed yet. Seriously, Lisa. That's terrible. What time is it where you are? It's 3:25 p.m. here, but I know it's a lot earlier for you. So yeah, it's easy enough to keep track of where people are. I can see just now 5 people are watching. I've got 1 thumbs up and 7 live chats. I think the live chats is every time somebody comments. Like I said, I haven't really read up. I just sort of fired it up. That's why Facebook didn't work yesterday, because I mucked up the settings. Twitch, I had a Twitch account, been going all out. Yeah, she's trying to do it in a one, just do the whole diamond painting in one. She hasn't slept since Wednesday. Okay, H. 4. 9:26 a.m. and you haven't been to bed. Are you close to finishing it? Is that why you're sort of going for it? Is there a time limit for these things? I've never done a chuck along. I don't have any diamond paintings from him. Took a long nap yesterday and got back up at 3 p.m. Even at that, that's a long time. How much do you think you've got left, time-wise? That's the whole month. All right, okay. So, what date is this? The 19th, so yeah, you've still got quite a while. So is it all working okay? Is the video quality okay? Is the sound quality okay? I actually changed the setting on it to improve sound quality, allegedly. So let me know what you think of the graphics. Is the picture clear? And is the sound clear? 2 small sections to go. So you going to finish that today? I'm weeks away from finishing this one. Weeks and weeks. Hi Gail, good morning. Welcome to Copenhagen. Welcome to my my third multi-stream. I did two yesterday. I've been trying out this thing called Haps. So I'm streaming on the Diamond Painting Gym Facebook group at the same time and on Twitch at DPJ_Copenhagen. So I'm hoping to be able to go out and do some mobile live streams in Copenhagen. Take people to Tivoli, where I took the picture for this custom, and down to the harbour at Newhown. I've done a custom of that as well. And what was the other one? Hans Christian Andersen statue. You'll maybe finish it. But what are you going to do after that, Lisa? You've still got half a month. You could do another one. Sounds fine. Symbols look blurry. Is that focus, you mean? Because I'm going in front of the camera. Let me check that. I should be able to change the focus. Doesn't look blurry to me. That's blurry. Yeah, it's probably just because I put my hand in front of the camera, I would think. You sound clear and picture is clear. Okay. Sometimes there's problems because I've got the light pad on underneath, and it can sort of throw the camera a bit because I've got a light shining down and I've got a light coming up from underneath. But I had a look at the focus there. It doesn't look bad. As I said, I think it's maybe just because I'm moving my hand over the picture and it's focusing on my hand or the pen. You don't need, but I want you to be able to read them so you can shout out, Jim, you missed a B. It has been done in the past. But I think that was special drills that are a bit bigger. You'll start another one tomorrow, seriously. Another chuck along. 2 for the price of 1. So have you got any 5-hour drives planned, Carly? Carly was driving her brother somewhere yesterday. It was only meant to take 30 minutes and it took 5 hours. I'm not surprised, Lisa. I think you should take a break, have a few hours nap, have something to eat, and then start again. It's getting pretty dark out there. I think it's going to rain. You have just about all of Chuck Pinson's diamond paintings. How many is that? How many Chuck Pinson diamond paintings are there? We don't have any. Hi, Karen. Good, morning, is it? This is the thing about doing diamond paintings with a lot of colour. They tend to be scattered all over the place. And it does put a lot of people off. Too many to count. Really? Was that many? Morning. So, question number 1. What did you have for breakfast, if you have had it? Or what are you having for breakfast if you haven't? I'm kind of curious about what people eat when they wake up. 39? Seriously, I never knew there was anybody near that. If I had guessed, I would have said something like 6. 39. Whoa, that's a lot. Yeah, I don't usually eat breakfast when I wake up either. It's usually a few hours. So, what are you going to have? Do you have a Sunday morning fry up? Or do you have like yogurt or pancakes? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not that keen on pancakes, Gil. What do you have on them? A bowl of mixed fresh fruit. I normally have some toast. Fruit, more fruit. I had a clementine earlier, but that wasn't for breakfast. I normally have toast and some kind of cold meat, usually. Can't remember the last time I had cereal for breakfast. It's been a long, long time. I don't think I've ever had fresh fruit for breakfast. Five or six. I like how you say, I think I have. That's like me thinking about how many diamond paintings I've still got to do. I wouldn't have a clue if it wasn't for the gems flow. I think it's, I checked it yesterday, I think it's 36 and 4 on the way. So I'll have 40 diamond paintings to do. I saw somebody posted on a group, I noticed that this morning, that they have something like 2021 diamond paintings still to do. Oh, you've got 6? You must be the odd ones out. Don't have any. Butter and syrup with bacon. Butter and syrup with bacon. So you have the pancake with butter and syrup and the bacon on the side? Or do you put the bacon on top of the pancake? Pancakes just aren't a breakfast thing in Scotland. At least they weren't when I was a kid. Pancakes were more, I don't know, just like a snack type thing. And they were homemade. I remember my mum used to make them, but she didn't make them that often. Strawberry, cantaloupe, honeydew, grapes, really large plump blueberries. Yeah, that's the most I've seen yet. It was just over 2,000. Lemon juice and sugar. Ooh, lemon juice and sugar. Makes me think of a lemsip. Lemon juice and sugar on my pancakes. Sometimes maple syrup, strawberries, definitely cream. I love pancakes. Bacon on the side. Yeah, I thought it would be, but I wasn't sure. Lisa loves confetti. Yay, somebody else loves confetti. Most people comment on it. It's usually things like, oh my god. Pancakes are dinner, yeah. I don't know. Scotland, they're more a lunch type, snack type thing. Silver sparkles. You are in, I'm trying to remember, are you in Wales? Hi Letitia, I'm good thanks, how are you? I'll make pancakes. Yeah, I've never tried to make them. I'm not that fussed on them, really. I know they're quite a big thing in America. And what are those other things called? Waffles? Is it waffles? I've never had them. So this is where I've been hiding. I haven't been hiding. Yeah, you're in Wales. Normally I can't remember where people are, but for some reason I remembered you were in Wales. So how are you? I think you're the only person I know that's in Wales. Homemade. What's an egg bite? This is what I like about these chats. They're educational for me. I have no idea what an egg bite is. And biscuits. In America, you keep talking about biscuits and gravy. In the UK, biscuits are sweet things. Like biscuits, they're called biscuits. And they're made of like a lot of sugar and stuff. And the first time I saw it, biscuits and gravy, I thought that is weird, putting gravy on biscuits. Haps is it's a multi-stream broadcasting app, and it's free. At the moment, I'm broadcasting live on YouTube, Haps, Twitch, and the Diamond Painting Gym Facebook group all at the same time. Yeah, I know we start talking about food. I do the same thing. Food is a common thing that we talk about. I find it interesting. Just learning what other people eat. So yeah, I'm very, very new to this Haps thing. but it means that I should be able to go mobile on YouTube without having 1,000 subscribers. So you can expect a little wander into Copenhagen sometime soon. I'm thinking that I'll go to the Hans Christian Andersen statue that I did a custom diamond painting of and let you see that. Tammy's doing well. She's well. Thanks for asking. I'll tell her you were asking. Color change 34. Scrambled eggs you bake in the oven. Okay, you can add mushrooms. Scrambled eggs you bake in the oven. So you do the scrambled egg and then you put it in the oven with other stuff. Hi Catherine, I just woke up and having a cup of coffee. That's a good start to the day. It's 6:57 in Southern California. It is 3:48 p.m. in Denmark. 47, is that the temperature? We work in Celsius. Just now I'm checking it's 16.8, and if I press a button, it's 62 Fahrenheit. So it's cooled down now. I think summer has finally passed. I only add salt and pepper and ketchup. Eee, ketchup and yuck. I like HP sauce, but I don't eat egg anymore. I spoke about that before. I think I ate far too many eggs, and my stomach has now decided it wants no more eggs. So I can't eat fried egg, I can't eat scrambled egg. Oh, you said the wrong time. I thought you were talking about the temperature. I thought you were giving me a weather report. So it's cloudy, sunny spells in Copenhagen today. But I think we're going to get some rain. It's been sort of getting kind of dark at times. Okay, now I have to double check what colour I'm doing. 34. 34 is minus. So is anybody else doing a chuck along just now? She puts ketchup and everything. I like ketchup on like fries, like McDonald's, like thin fries. But I prefer HP sauce on like thicker fries, like we'd call them chips. Can only eat eggs when they just got. Yeah, I can eat them in cake. That's the weird thing. I can eat them in cake. I've said that before, and I can eat them in like egg fried rice, but I can't eat like a fried egg or scrambled egg or a boiled egg. It's really annoying, especially when I start talking about it. That's when I sort of start missing them. Well, you mix. Oh, so you just bake it, so it's not actually scrambled then, so it's baked egg. Yeah, I'm glad that I can still eat things with egg in it. Drills and chills, cool. We did that last year. I've just sort of missed everything this year. just sort of concentrating on doing stuff. And I totally forgot about Drills and Chills. This is actually a Halloween one. I'm sure you can tell that from looking at it. But yeah, I totally forgot about Drills and Chills, so I'm not going to bother doing it this year. Still doing a Halloween one though. Might be finished for Halloween. Hopefully. This is a picture that I took of the entrance to Tivoli in Copenhagen while they had their Halloween display. I'm posting pictures up on Instagram every Wednesday, sometimes at the weekend if I feel that I've done enough. But every Wednesday I post a picture so you can see the whole of what I've done. Still very much at the beginning. It doesn't look very Halloweeny yet, but it will when I get further up into the picture. I don't pink. Too many events. Too many events. What is pink? Oh, is that Angie's thing? Just think every time I think pink, it's Angie. This one does have pink in it. I'm going to be doing a Diamond Dots Christmas one after this. It was one that I was actually hoping to do last year, but I never got finished with the one I was working on in time. So I decided to hold the Diamond Dots back until this Christmas. So it's been sitting for a year plus. Gail's doing the chocolate. Yeah, I'll be this one will be in it, and by that time you should be able to see the pink in it. Somebody's going to have to remind me about it, or I'll forget. Too many on the go and not enough storage. Yeah, I don't know. I just tend to do one at a time. I prefer to do one at a time. Every now and again, I'll do some like small projects. Yesterday, I was doing the little pieces for the diamond painting Christmas mobile that I got. I did an unboxing, but the frame that everything hangs on was broken. I do not celebrate Halloween or any of the holidays. I would do something seasonal as long as it does not feature any of the holidays in the picture. So I will do a fall-out picture. Yeah, cool. Show up in one of Angie's lives. Reminders are there. I'll try. I might have this half done by then, so people might actually get an idea of what it is. What is it you're doing for the drills and chills, Catherine? I quite enjoyed doing that last year. So I'm doing this one for Halloween, and as I said, I'm doing the Diamond Dots one that's pretty big for Christmas. Pumpkin is considered winter squash, not associated with Halloween. I suppose that depends who you ask. I mean, if you asked me about Halloween, something to do with Halloween, I would think the pumpkin lanterns would be the first thing I would think of Halloween. So what is pink all about? Yeah, Carly, you can explain that. Do you know Angie from Angie's Diamond Painting Adventures on YouTube? She's doing an event next month for breast cancer. So she's asking people to do diamond paintings that have pink in them. Or is it just cancer in general, Carly? Or is it breast cancer? Yeah, it's breast cancer, okay. Yeah, it doesn't need to be new. It's just a diamond painting that has pink in it. That's just as simple as that. When Tivoli have their Halloween display, they have just over 10,000 pumpkins in the park. Oh, she's doing it every year. Okay, cool. Alice and Starry Night by Adu the Jack-o'-lantern at the base of the cypress tree. Yeah. Yeah, as the thing is, I was going to say I don't know what they do with them, but I've got a funny feeling that they use them for animal feed or something. They get used. They don't just get thrown away. I think it's used for animal feed and compost or something. I can't remember. But they also have for the Halloween thing. They have a competition. They have this every year. It's a competition to grow the largest pumpkin. So people that are into that sort of thing in Denmark grow pumpkins, especially for the event at Tivoli, and the largest and heaviest wins. So they all sort of compete, and I'm pretty sure it tends to be the same people competing against each other. The pumpkins, I can't remember the weight. They have a live thing where you can go and watch where they weigh them. They are huge things. I've got some pictures somewhere. We tend to go to that, and we go to they have a Christmas display as well. Hi Chantel, thanks for dropping in. They have a Christmas display where they have over 1 million Christmas lights throughout the park. They also build little villages. The Halloween one, they build like a little scary village and it has like creepy houses and stuff. And at Christmas time, it's a little Christmas village. Last year, they had a steam train, like a full-sized steam train on just sitting on rails. It wasn't moving. That was pretty cool to see. And they have all these little huts and things, and they sell like handmade like gloves and scarves and hats and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. And they have a massive Christmas tree that is covered in tiny little lights. And they've got a thing where Santa comes and lights the tree. The kids get really excited about that. Okay, okay, Lisa. Keep up the good work. Have a good sleep. Thanks for dropping in. I think that's what they call diamond painting burnout. Talking about Christmas, which date does everybody, if you do celebrate Christmas, which date do you have Christmas dinner? Do you have Christmas dinner on the 25th or the 24th of December? Who would not get excited about Santa being present? Yeah, the kids get a bit hyper. We went, obviously never went last year because Tivoli was closed because of COVID. I think it was maybe 2 years ago. We were there, and the guy who was Santa was really getting the kids wound up about switching the lights on. It was fun. It's really cool when it lights up though. It's because it's pitch black, and then suddenly this, I don't know how tall the tree is. It's a big tree. It's absolutely covered in tiny. You have Christmas dinner on 24th, 25th, 26th. Yeah, in the UK you have Christmas dinner on the 25th, and normally it's turkey is the thing. And then you have turkey on the 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th. You have it all the way to New Year. So you have turkey, then you have turkey leftover for the next day, and then you have turkey sandwiches, then you have curried turkey, then you have various combinations of turkey. Yeah. In Denmark, they celebrate Christmas on the 24th. So they have Christmas dinner on the 24th. So that was something a bit different for me. And they don't have turkey. In the UK, the supermarkets start filling up with turkey before Christmas, and most people, that's what they eat. Denmark, turkey just isn't a thing here. They do Christmas dinner, and then they sing songs, hold hands and dance in a circle, or not really dance, just hold hands and go round in a circle around the Christmas tree, singing traditional Danish Christmas songs. Yeah, except for last year. Yeah, I think nobody really went anywhere last year. And then they have Christmas elves, which they call Nesa Nisa. And it's traditional to put a gift out for them because they can be mischievous and cause trouble. And they actually have the Queen of Denmark goes into the attic of her royal palace and puts up a little gift for the Nesa Nisa. And they televise that. Danish cookies are awesome. I vaguely remember that, the Vicar of Dibley. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that was a long time ago. Yeah, they have a lot of Christmas markets in Copenhagen as well. I think there's maybe about 5. Yours ends in the 26th. Usually it ends in Yelling. Yeah, sounds a bit like Scotland. But yeah, I think they have maybe about 5 Christmas markets in Copenhagen. But the thing is, when you go to them, you find it's the same stuff in 5 different places, really. They're not really that different. But they do have lights up all over the place down by Newhown and the Walking Street. And one year we went out just for a walk about in Copenhagen during winter, just to look at the lights and stuff. And they had a choir on the walking street. So we went into the pub and got a couple of beers and came out and sat and listened to them. That was pretty cool. always double check these things before I start. The only thing I like about Christmas are the Boxing Day sales. Yep, that's as good a reason as any. And then you get the New Year sales as well. And if you're really smart, you buy stuff for next Christmas at the Boxing Day sales, and then stick them in a cupboard somewhere and use them next year. Christmas movies. Again, thinking back when I was a kid, there was always a James Bond film on. James Bond film on, and it seemed to last like all day and all night. And then we had Chitty Chitty Bang Bang used to be one. The Wizard of Oz was another one. Mary Poppins. Anne Frank used to listen to the Queen on the radio. Yeah. Christmas movies. Yeah, we've started. We did that last year. We decided to watch Christmas movies. I can't even remember what we watched. Elf. I quite like Elf. That's a funny one. I quite like Scrooge as well. A Christmas Carol. And then you've got Die Hard, obviously. Even though they say that's not a Christmas movie. But it's the James Bond films I remember when I was a kid. Christmas Vacation. Does anybody actually get snow at Christmas? Only Fools and Horses, classic. Only Fools and Horses and the Two Ronnies and Morecambe and Wise. And some people will be sitting there saying, Morecambe and Wise? What's that? You know what I miss on TV? The Generation Game. I used to really like that. And The Price is Right. With who was The Price is Right? It was Leslie Crowther. Yeah, I've seen a few different versions of Christmas Carol. Oh, did he really? I never knew that. That's sad. Don't say the S word. We don't get much S. We hardly got any S last year. None worth mentioning. I take it you get some. You get some snow. Oh, you get snow sometimes. Yeah, it was really mild last year. I can't remember getting any sort of decent snow at all. Yeah, it used to snow. It's the same in Scotland. Every winter it snowed. Every winter. No, it doesn't. Tends to be. They tend to get the snow more in January and February than December, and even then, it isn't that much. Yeah, Chantel's up in the mountains. She's got a human-sized hamster wheel that she runs in to charge up the batteries for the internet. Blank to Blank, that was okay. I got kind of bored of that quite quick. I liked the Generation Game where they got experts in that did things like pottery, like they brought in a wheel and they made a pot, and then the families had to try and do it. That sort of thing, that was funny. And then trying to remember all the things in the conveyor belt. Again, people that don't live in the UK won't know what we're talking about. And now I forgot what colour I was doing. Nothing new. Number 9. Okay. Breckenridge. I used to know a guy called Bill Breckenridge. I didn't know it was a place. Copper Mountain, that sounds cool. I like that name, Copper Mountain. Whoop of joy when Cuddly Toy. Yeah, Cuddly Toy, that was always there. Yeah, I'm sure they did. I used to watch Bullseye as well. Did you watch that? The best part of Bullseye was at the end when they never won the grand prize and they would say, here's what you could have won. And they pull the curtains back and there's a caravan or a boat or something. So they're just rubbing their nose in it that they didn't win it. It's a Knockout. That was another one that I liked when I was a kid. There you go. That whole area, and I had one of that colour. Bullseye. I can't remember when Bullseye was on. You won't remember the golden shot then. Bernie the Bolt. It's Bob Monkhouse that hosted that. I think the older you get, the faster time goes. Not saying that you're old, Letitia. But you do end up saying things like, when I was a kid. Or, I remember when this was all fields. I have actually said that. Breckenridge was a gold mining town. Ah, okay. That's the thing about talking to people from all over the world. You just learn things all the time. Makes life interesting. Every Second Counts. Ooh, can't remember that one. Unfortunately, most of my childhood was taken up with Nolan's House Party. Oh, I didn't like that. Yeah, I didn't like that. Mr. Blobby. From my childhood, what I remember is my dad used to watch John Wayne films. He was really into his Western movies. In The High Chaparral, in Ironside, in Columbo. Those were all things that my dad used to watch. In Kojak. Those were all American shows. And Starsky and Hutch. Hockey. I take it that's ice. Is it ice hockey? I take it it'll be ice hockey. I don't think hockey really got big. Yeah, ice hockey. My ex-brother-in-law used to play ice hockey for a team in Scotland. It's quite good. It's a sport that I was never ever interested in, and then I went with my sister to watch it, and we ended up going every weekend. Murder, She Wrote, I never watched any of them. Doctor Who, that's one of the things that I remember from when I was really young. We used to go to my gran's on a Saturday and we would eat fish and chips and watch Doctor Who. What is it Tammy's watching just now? Barnaby. She's started watching that. And A Touch of Frost. Tammy used to watch Magnum PI when she was young. She had a thing for, what's his name? Tom Selleck. I sort of stopped watching Doctor Who after John Pertwee. That's a weird name, Pertwee. And A Partridge in the Pear Tree. I'm just looking at the interface for this HAPS thing. I can't see how long I've been on. It must be somewhere. Magnum. Blue Bloods, I've never even heard of that. Blue Bloods. We've been watching Star Trek. Started watching it on Netflix. We started watching it from season 1, episode 1, and we're going to watch all the way through Star Trek, The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, all of that. Peter Davidson to Sylvester McCoy. I don't know them. I probably know them to look at, but the names don't mean anything. You met the Doctor. Cool. Who have I met? Famous people, not many. Lemmy from Motorhead. Met him at the Odeon in Edinburgh. He was playing an arcade machine in the afternoon, and we were walking past. The doors were open, and we saw him, so we went in and started talking to him. He was pretty cool. There's always that thing with Star Trek. You don't want to wear a red top, especially in the first one. Anybody that wore a red top and got beamed down somewhere didn't come back alive. I think if I'd been going, I'd be saying, I'm not wearing that. Oh, The Hobbit. Yeah, I think. We've seen the Lord of the Rings. Can't remember. I think we've seen the whole of the Hobbit, but it was a long time ago. We just finished watching Breaking Bad not that long ago. We're way behind. We watched Breaking Bad, and then we've just finished watching Call Saul. We enjoyed them. So here's a question for everybody. What is your favourite movie? And you can only pick one. Let's find out what people like. Favourite movie of all time? Go. Oh, right. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, he was a weird Doctor Who. Okay, here come the movies. The Princess Bride, never seen it. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, never seen it. Wizard of Oz, seen it quite a few times. Cinderella's Story with Drew Barrymore, never seen it. Okay, so Wizard of Oz is the only one I know so far. The Princess Bride just does not sound like my kind of movie. But never judge a movie by its cover. Come on, Carly, just one. Just best movie, just first one that comes in your mind. What's your favourite movie? It is. Don't list them. Don't put them in chronological order or alphabetical order. Just the first one that comes into your mind. Does anybody want to guess what my favourite movie is? I can tell you it is not The Princess Bride. Nope. I liked that though. That was a funny movie. He was shot in the buttocks. Elf. Elf is my second favourite Christmas movie. I would say A Christmas Carol is number one. Sissy, I have no idea what that is. Dirty Dancing, Tammy really liked that movie, but I think it's got something to do with a particular guy. Sound of Music, yeah, that's a classic. I don't know what Sissy is. Is that a musical? My number one favourite movie of all time is The Matrix. I just thought the whole idea, the special effects, just the whole concept of the thing was just so different from anything. And I don't like the sequels. Just The Matrix, the original one. And then after watching that, I see so many movies that have got Matrix type effects in them, and I just think Matrix, Matrix, Matrix. With slow motion bullet things and all that stuff. But I suppose that's what happens when somebody comes up with a really cool idea. Everybody steals it. Another one that I really liked was The Green Mile. Tom Hanks. I quite like movies that are there's a twist in the plot type thing, like The Usual Suspects, and what was that one? Bruce Willis, Sixth Sense. Was it Sixth Sense? I See Dead People. I got totally caught by that at the end. I never saw that coming. So this is a movie about Empress Elizabeth of Austria's life. Okay. Yeah, that's why I liked The Matrix. It was just so different. Keanu Reeves. Yeah, it's just when you see him in anything else, I can't help thinking Neo. I suppose that's the problem when you become really famous for one part. After saying that, I saw what was it I saw? What's that series called? Is it Fifth Planet from the Sun or something? And the guy that's a bit sort of weird in it, the sort of older guy, he was in something where he was like a psycho. He was really, really good. Totally different character, but really good. Can't even remember what it was he was in. It's a trilogy. Elizabeth of Austria's life is a trilogy. Never heard of that one. Third Rock, that's it. Couldn't remember. It wasn't something I really watched. I'd see bits and pieces of it. And he was always a sort of, I don't know, totally different character, but he was in something where he was a like a serial killer or something. And he was quite a scary guy. It was hard to believe because he was always so sort of open in the other one. No, Third Rock from the Sun. Yeah, it must have been. Yeah, I couldn't remember what it was called. Cape Fear, I don't think. No, I don't know. I'm saying I don't think so. I don't know. Well, I have no idea. Is that his name? Alex Baldwin? Oh, what was it he was in? He was in something and he was getting interviewed and just the way he looked at people. Sixth Sense was spoiled for me by 51st Dates. But I still watched it. I was expecting a bit more gore, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. I just again, it was that twist in the tail type thing that suddenly, when you look back, it all starts to make sense. Breaking Bad was a bit like that as well, because it jumped back and forward in time, and it sort of threw you at times. You're thinking, "What does this have to do with anything?" And then by the end, it all made sense. I like that type of thing. I prefer movies that have got sort of twists in them, rather than just the beginning, the middle, and the end, like just a straight line story. I like the ones that jump a bit back and forward. Yeah, I can't remember. I mean, even if somebody said it, I don't think I would remember. But I just remember watching it and thinking, "Whoa, that guy's really good." It's just to go from a really docile character to a really scary guy. Is really cool. And the same with talking about Doctor Who. What was his name? David Tennant. He played a bit of a psycho in something as well, and he was scary. I don't know if it was before or after he was Doctor Who. No, I've totally forgot what I'm doing. Don't talk in diamond paint. 37 is R. Line of Duty, never heard of that. Call of Duty, video game, heard of that. Cop show investigated bent coppers. So was that a real thing, real life thing? Arrival, nope. What about that Space Odyssey? That was weird. Was it Space Odyssey 2001 or something? The Yeah, I saw something with David Tennant in it, and he was like a skinhead. He was he was a scary guy. Arrival. I need to look that up. It's fictional. One Foot in the Grave. That was another thing that I liked as well. That was a comedy in the UK. Victor Meldrew, sort of an older guy, just really cynical old guy. It was funny. The one that I remember was I think they were babysitting a little like Labrador pup, and his phone, the house phone rang, and he put his hand down to pick up the phone. When he lifted it up, it was the pup. So he had this little pup against his ear. That was quite funny. His catchphrase was, "I do not believe it." I don't. Well, sometimes he would say that. Didn't say that all the time. I don't believe it. He always complained about everything. He was always looking out his curtain, complaining about people doing stuff. The two Ronnies were quite funny as well. Now it seems to be it's all reality TV. I'm getting old. TV's not what it used to be. You used to have to get up and walk to the television to change the channel. When we only had 2 channels. But we were happy. Oh, Waiting for God. I saw some of that. Yeah. Yeah, what was that one he had where he had the grocery store? I can't remember the name of that one. After Hours? Was that? No, I don't know. David Jason was in it. If you had kids, then you had to get up. Yeah, that was me. I had to get up and walk through 3 inches of shag pile carpet. And turn the dial. It wasn't even a button. You had to turn the dial to 10 for STV. Can't remember what BBC was. Open all hours. That was it. Open all hours. I got the hours part. And then Last of the Summer Wine. Never liked that at first when it first came out, but got used to it. Quite liked it. And The Bill. People in America and elsewhere will be thinking, what? That's what happens when people start talking about football and baseball and basketball. They mention team names and I have no idea. Granville. Yeah, I had a stutter, that's right. Lost in Space, I used to watch that as well. Danger, Will Robinson. Oh, it was back in the days when TV was TV. Yeah, they had the cut-off time in the UK as well, and you had a test card, a little girl with a doll. And then eventually that stayed on for so long, and then eventually the television just went down to a little white dot in the middle of the screen, and it went ee, and that was to wake you up. Speaking of films with huge twists in them, you should watch Cloud Atlas. Never heard it. So many twists. Tammy wouldn't like it. I would though. I'm going to write this down. Pen. I've started keeping a piece of paper because things sometimes come up in conversation and I forget about them by the time I get to the end. Cloud Atlas. Okay. What was that other one somebody mentioned? Arrival. What was it? Okay, that's 2 movies for me to check out. If you have Netflix, check out Clickbait. Oh, I've seen that. But I haven't seen it. I've seen the title. Shutter Island. Never heard it. Okay, I'm going to start writing stuff. Hang on, that Clickbait. We started watching something last night on Netflix, and it started off with. I think it's actually Clickbait. It started off with a guy who's been kidnapped, and he's got a sign that says when they've had 5 million views, he's going to get killed. Was that it? It sounds like it. We just started watching that last night. Don't tell me about it though. What was the other one you said? Cloud Atlas. I've got that. Yeah, Clickbait. We just started it, so don't tell me. I think we're actually on the second episode. Just when I thought it was done. So we're not talking much about diamond painting, but that isn't really the purpose when I do these lives. It's more just getting to know people. Sometimes we talk about diamond painting, sometimes we talk about movies or food or anything. I quite like that. Just a way to pass a Sunday while Lisa's sleeping. Okay, another topic. What about hobbies apart from diamond painting and apart from art and craft type stuff? Does anybody have other hobbies apart from art and craft? My foot is still bothering me today. It's getting really irritating. I thought getting the new medication would help it quicker than it is. I keep getting like my whole toe and the top of my foot constantly have pins and needles, and then I get like sharp, like it's like somebody just sticking multiple needles into my foot. Stamp collecting. Yeah, we spoke about that. I think stamp collecting must be quite a rare hobby now. But you're probably going to tell me I'm wrong. It's just I feel like stamp collecting's like train spotting, like an older hobby. I said to you before, Callie. I started stamp collecting, but I just never really collect perfumes. Yeah, I never thought of that as a hobby, but yeah, I mean, you can collect anything. Perfume collector. I wonder if they have a name for that. Someone who collects. I'm going to Google it. Someone who collects perfumes. Go. A perfumer. I could have guessed that. What do you call someone who collects perfumes? Perfumer. One who makes or sells perfumes. Yeah, I mean, stamps are eventually going to be a thing of the past. I mean, kids nowadays, if you ask them what a stamp was, they probably wouldn't know. So Silver Sparkles is a perfumer. Gail likes to read. I read, but not anywhere near as much as I used to. I went all electronic. I've got a Kindle. I couldn't even tell you the name of the book that I'm reading. That's the disadvantage with the Kindle, because you just you read the book and then you just move on to the next one. It's the same screen all the time. You don't have a cover that you look at or anything. I used to read a lot of Terry Pratchett. I don't know if you've heard of him. He was a very clever guy, the way that he wrote things. Yeah, probably an ink stamp. Yeah. I do not know if this is considered arts and crafts, but I write. No, I wouldn't say. I mean, I was thinking art and crafts is more like this, and crochet or needlework. That's what I was thinking. I would say writing is something totally different. Do you write like books, like novels, plays, poems? Something that I've never thought about doing, writing. I like to read them. Used to write novels, now just stick to fan fiction. I'm part of several fandoms. Fandom, I don't even know what a fandom is. What is a fandom? See, this is what I like about doing lives. I learn stuff. I might forget it by tomorrow, but I've learned it just now. No, Carly knows what a fandom is. I know what a kingdom is, but not a fandom. Fandom is when you are a lover of a certain series or show, you advertise your love for it. A fandom is basically a fan base around a certain topic, usually a book series or TV show or movie series. Okay, I never knew that. So it could be called a geekdom. Like Trekkies and Star Wars people. I don't know what they call. What do they call Star Wars people? Star Trek, they call them Trekkies. For instance, Harry Potter is a fandom, Narnia is a fandom, Doctor Who is a huge fandom. I love those three, by the way. I also love David Eddings, Terry Pratchett, Star Wars, and Lord of the Rings. I'll use it in a sentence. My son is a fandom. Why don't you just say fan? My son is a fan of Star Wars. In Star Trek, you would say my son is a Trekkie. Well, I think most people would know what that meant. Not everybody, but if somebody's a Trekkie, they're into Star Trek. My son's a star. My son's a Wars fan. This doesn't sound the same, does it? My son is part of a fandom centered around Star Wars. Yeah, my son likes Star Wars, it's shorter. Okay, so a fandom is a specific subject that people are very interested in. I know, so was I. I have a very dry sense of humour, I have to mention that. I think it's a Scottish thing. Yeah, it's just the word a fandom. I suppose it is like a kingdom then. People that worship, well, say worship's the wrong word. People who look up to a specific thing. Not that many people looked up to kings when I think about it. It's probably a wrong, what do they call it? Analogy, something like that. I'll ask my son if he's heard of probably ask him if he's heard of Genki. One of my stepdaughters, she was really, really into Genki and anime and all that stuff, and went to, what do you call them? the events they go to. I went to one out of curiosity. It was when I was doing Periscope. I went to a gang. What was it called? There's a word for it. They go dressed up as like what's his name? Well, she's talked about it. It's like Japanese anime. I can't even remember his name. She used to talk about them all the time. If you're hard of hearing, you might hear Phantom. Yeah, my son's a phantom. Casper the Friendly Ghost. Naruto, that was the word I was trying to think of. Naruto. No, they have a. It's not called a convention. It's actually got what's it called? I can't remember. But I went, and yeah, there was a lot of Japanese characters like Naruto. People dress up as characters, all these sort of fantasy characters. There's some sort of older stuff like Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman and all that stuff. So the posture fanfics. Is that a word? Fanfics, fiction. Comic Con, that's it, I think. Is it? I think it is actually Comic Con. Even though when I think Comic Con, I'm thinking about like comics. Like I know that people are really into comics and collecting them. It could be Comic Con. It's all like it could be based on cartoon character or comic characters. But I went and did a periscope of that. I think I walked around the hall twice and I was out within 15 minutes. Just didn't appeal to me at all. Even though they did have a Game of Thrones throne and a dragon that breathed fire, that was quite impressive. Quite like that. It is Comic Con when I think about it. I won't be going to another one. Hi Tinker, thanks for dropping in. Yeah, a specific convention. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Comic Con. I won't be going back. See, if it had been a guitar show, I would have been there all day. Or a reptile fair. I've been to a few of them in Copenhagen. So we've been talking about a lot of non-diamond painting related subjects today, Tinker. Movies, books, TV shows, food, and more, as they say. So it's been quite a diverse one today. It's been pretty cool. I like these random things. It. Is that the movie? Game of Thrones. Would want to go to comic. Now, Game of Thrones is pretty cool. I like that. We saw it long after everybody else, though. For a long time, we'd never ever watched it. And then we just went on a binge on Netflix or HBO. I think it was HBO. So, what's your favourite movie of all time, Tinker? And you can only pick one. I don't think Carly ever did. Did you? Oh, you did. It was something I'd never heard of. So we'll see if Tinker comes up with anything that was suggested before. Never heard it. Okay, that goes on the list. I've started writing a list of movies that people are saying are really good. So this is number 3, Colombiana. That sounds different. I have no idea what that's about. Bought 2 different diamond paintings related to Game of Thrones, but never started them and never will because of the ridiculous. I can't even remember how it ended, but I liked it. Everybody died. That was the thing about it. Everybody seemed to die. You couldn't be sure that anybody was going to survive. But yeah, I liked it. You know nothing, Jon Snow. And what was that guy's name again? The one that was holding the gate, and he never spoke. And eventually you found out how he got his name because he was holding the gate. Zoe Saldana. I've no idea. I'm rubbish with names. Okay, we're doing 16 is 3. To make your family a cup of coffee. How big is that cup? A bucket of coffee and 5 straws, please. I'm going to have to go myself anyway. Just noticed the time. 5 o'clock. I don't know how long I've been on, but it's been quite a while. Yeah, that was it. Hodor. I thought that was really clever, the way they wrote that in. It's just like, that's why he keeps saying it. Jon Snow turned into a treacherous coward. That's true. I wouldn't mind a pet dragon, though. See, if you had a pet dragon, Carly, it wouldn't have taken you 5 hours to get to where you took your brother. I don't know what series. Anybody got any recommendations on a series to watch on Netflix? Something maybe along the lines of Breaking Bad. We quite like that. Hold door. We're watching that clickbait, but there aren't that many. True. True to his house, by the way. Dragons is. We started watching Vikings, but I didn't like it. Homeland. Okay. Okay, who stole my pen? Found it. Homeland. No, dragons were cool. $16.3. Carly, is the picture quality as good as just normal YouTube? I felt when I sort of looked at it yesterday afterwards, picture quality wasn't as sharp, but I don't know if it was my imagination. Vikings are awesome series. Maybe it was HBO. We've got HBO Nordic. I don't know. It was too slow for me. It just seemed to be the same old, same old. I think Tammy kept watching it, but I gave up on it. A movie that I kept hearing about for a long, long time and finally watched it was Taxi. And I don't know. I wish I hadn't bothered. I don't know why people were so telling me it was so good. Just didn't get it. Not sure. Well, I mean that's good if you're not sure because it means it's not bad. Taxi. I don't know. I kept waiting on something better. I don't know why. It was just I think I'd heard so many people talking about it. You should watch Taxi. Okay, I'm going to have to go. Time, yeah, 12 minutes past 5. Been on too long. Black Swan. Black Swan. I think I've heard the name, but no idea. But I'm writing it down. Okay, I'm going to head off. So thanks to everybody who dropped in and joined in the conversation. It was really interesting. Really enjoyed it, and I hope you found it entertaining for your Sunday morning, afternoon, whatever it is for you. So yeah, thanks again for your time. I enjoyed this one, and I'll just say take care, be safe, and wash your